Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ritnika and this is Natural Vibration. I wanted to jump back on and take my series Tales from the Universe further. I posted a video, Tales from the Universe number 1, a couple of months ago. I don't know if you guys checked it out. If you haven't, please do check it out. It's in the playlist of teachings and reviews and how to. Basically, Tales of the Universe is my way of telling you the way I have used the skills that teaching you guys and how it has helped me and gotten me to a point where I got everything I wanted. So today I'm going to talk to you about how I manifested a trip to Paris. Now, I have spoken to you guys about law of attraction and I will go into more details about it and talk about different people's ways of dealing with law of attraction because I've read a lot of people's opinions about it and everybody has a different way of dealing with it. So you got to pick what works for you. What works for me personally is just to ask for it and then to let it go. I try not to do too much of visualization except when I'm in the moment, like especially when I'm trying to avoid having pain. I keep imagining, oh, the doctor saying, me telling my friends actually that there was no pain, there was no pain. For example, I just tried acupuncture and I was a bit nervous. So while it was happening, I closed my eyes and I just imagined me telling my mom that, oh, there was no pain. There was so easy. It was no pain. I kept repeating it over and over again. And honestly, there was no pain. So that is something you can try. That's a Neville Goddard method, which I will talk about in my next video. But what I want to tell you was how I manifested a trip to Paris. So my granny has never been to Paris. She lived in the States and she lived in India and she's about 82, 83 years old. And she's never been to Paris. And I just thought, so everybody needs to see the Eiffel Tower. Everybody needs to experience Paris at least once in their life. So I was going to take her for a vacation and the plan was to go somewhere close to India like Tibet because, that's way cheaper and it's like an hour, 2 hour flight. And I was looking at the prices and then I saw that, she hadn't been to Paris. So I kind of floated the idea to her and she was really excited. But I realized that in order for us to go to Paris, I would need to have like double the amount of money that I wanted to spend. And obviously I didn't have that with me. And we were leaving in a couple of months. So what I did was I put out the intention that universe, by the end of this month, I would really like an extra. I think I asked for 80,000 rupees because and that was the extra I needed. But whatever, I asked for a certain amount, and I was like, universe, can you please make sure I get that extra money by the end of this month? And I kind of let it go, and I didn't really think about it honestly. I kind of got busy with other work, and about 2-3 weeks later, I started like researching stuff for Tibet because that was our plan. I wasn't really going to. I didn't know if Paris would happen, so I started looking at options for Tibet and whatever. And then randomly, I saw a post on Facebook. And my friend had posted that he had just booked his tickets to Paris for an adventure trip for really cheap. I'm talking about 40,000 rupees round trip. That is very, very cheap. And I asked him what airline it was, and he told me it was a relatively decent airline. It wasn't shit or anything. And I Googled, and I found the same rate for the dates we were thinking, which was my birthday weekend. So I was like, this is cool. I'm like, so the price of the ticket was very close to what I wanted to spend for Tibet, but I didn't have that extra money for hotel, for shopping, all of that. But so I kind of didn't tell my granny about this. I just wanted to, see how it goes. And I kind of, again, didn't give it too much focus. I started working on Tibet. I started planning that. I sort of got distracted, honestly. I got distracted with work because it was a busy time. And then towards the end of the month, I got a call from my accountant and from my company, my music company. And he told me that we have received some money as a bank transfer in the bank account of my company. And I was like, what do you mean? We're not expecting any money. And he's like, oh, I don't know. It's from this client. Now, this client, I sort of given up hopes because they owed me a lot of money for the past 2-3 years. And in India, there's certain music clients, if they don't pay you, after a year, you're not going to get the money. And even though I tried everything, I kind of gave up. I didn't follow up. I didn't do anything after a point because there was no point. I just chased after them and nothing happened. Excuse me. So I was like, okay. And I'm like, how much money came in? And he goes, about 75,000 rupees. And I had already paid off the people that I had to pay off from my own pocket. So this was all my money. And I was just like, okay. And I'm like, did you follow up? And he goes, no, I didn't follow up at all. This is like randomly just showed up in our bank account. And and it was so funny. It was then that I was like, wait a minute, what date is it? And I realized it was like the 30th of the month, and I had put out my intention in the beginning of the month. And I'm like, oh my God, this is from the universe. And basically, not only did I get those cheap Paris tickets, which was what I was going to spend in any case, I got this extra money that helped me take care of the hotels as well as some shopping, food, etc. So pretty much that's how I took my granny to Paris, and she had a great time. In fact, I'm going to post a picture of us on top of the Eiffel Tower just so you guys could see that. So this little tale is just to let you know that anything is possible. I never really thought I would win that much money, or not win, I guess that's the wrong word. I would get that much money out of the blue in a month, so I could take her to Paris, but it did happen. So, anything is possible. To learn more about how to do all of this, you can check out my website, you can see any of my other videos, or you can write into me and have a personal coaching session. All right, take care. Bye.